Magic Treehouse Book Number 2, Haunted Castle on Hallows Eve by Mary Pope Osborne. Chapter 3, Rook. It was cooler outside now. Daylight was fading quickly. The wind had picked up. A great adventure for us, eh? Said Teddy. Yes, said Annie. Jack was excited too, but he had lots of questions. As Teddy started off through the oak forest, Jack hurried to keep up. What do you think our mission is exactly? He asked. Merlin said we should bring order to the castle, said Annie. Perhaps he wants us to mop the floors and wash the dishes, Teddy joked. And make it the best, said Annie. She and Teddy laughed. Our mission has to be harder than just 3 choices, said Jack. What about the tunnel fair? Oh, you need not to be afraid of the fair, said Teddy. I know magic, remember? Teddy, did you know any magic before you met Morgan and Merlin? Asked Annie. Ah, indeed. My father was a sorcerer, Teddy said, and my mother was a wood sprite from the other world. That is so cool, said Annie. They crunched through piles of dead leaves. A gust of wind shook the tree branches. Golden oaks spun to the ground. Dark clouds were spinning too. Merlin in the heart of the oak, sorcerers, whispers, none of these things will ever make sense back in Frog Creek. At last Teddy led them out of the forest and into a clearing. Hot, he said. They all stopped walking. Beyond the clearing was a small village of flat-roofed cottage. The cottage window twinkled with candlelight. Chimney smoke rose up the dusty sky. Teddy hauled his lantern. Onward, he said. They went down a dirt path that passed through the village. Several children in rag clothes peeked out from the front doors. Greetings, called Teddy. Can you tell us how to get to the castle of the Duke? The castle? A voice said in a frightened voice. Just beyond the wood. He pointed at the forest on the other side of the village. Follow the path and you will come to it. Oh, but you must not go there, a girl cried. Why not? Asked Annie. Something's been very wrong in the castle, said the girl. Ever since the ravens came. Had anyone seen to be what's going on? Asked Jack. Only old Maggie, who used to work there, said the girl. 2 weeks ago, she went to the castle as usual, but she came running back, scared out of her wits. Maggie says the castle's all haunted with ghosts, said the boy. He keeps repeating the same word over and over. Ghosts? Said Jack. His mouth felt dry, but Teddy just laughed. Ghosts don't scare me, he said. Have you ever seen one, Teddy? Asked Annie. No, but I should like to, Teddy said with a grin. The ravens are back. Look, one of the girls pointed at the sky. A flock of large black birds were flying down the dark gray sky. The village kids screamed. Several grown-ups rushed out of their cottage. Go away, a woman yelled at the ravens. She picked up a handful of stones and began throwing them at the birds. Leave us alone. Stop, stop, cried Annie. You'll hurt them. A stone struck one of the ravens. It fell to the ground. Oh no, cried Annie. The grown-ups pulled their children inside. Doors slammed and shutters closed. Annie dashed the fallen bird and knelt beside it. Jack and Teddy hurried over to Annie and the fallen bird. The bird was crouching silently, spreading its wings. Its head was bowed as it made a low squeaking sound. One of its tail feathers was bent. Coo, coo, Teddy said loudly. He looked at Jack. I once learned into the Elsa of birds to study their language, he said. I learned a bit of dog, but not a rabbit. Don't worry, said Jack. Annie talks to birds and animals in her own language. I'm sorry for what they did to you, Annie said softly to the rabbit. She stroked its silky black head. What's your name? Rock, the rabbit croaked. Rock? Your name is Rock? Said Annie. Rock, Rock, croaked the rabbit. See, I told you, Jack said to Teddy. Rock, they were afraid of you for some reason, Annie said. Rock made a soft bell-like sound. Crong, crong. Yes, that's why they knocked you out of the sky, said Annie. One of your tail feathers is bent, but your wings don't seem hurt. Rock fluttered his long back wings. He took a few feeble steps. Go on, Rock, Annie called. You can do it. The rabbit flapped its wing again. Quack, quack, he croaked. He leapt out the ground. Great, said Annie, clapping. Rock flapped his wings. He glided up into the net. His swoop was eased back down to Annie. Cow, cow, he called, as if thanking her. Be careful, Rock, Annie shouted. They all waved as the raven sailed off into the sky. Annie smiled at Jack and Teddy. He was really nice, she said. Indeed, he was, said Teddy. I thought your gentle words were healing to him. I wonder why the people are so afraid of ravens, said Annie. Yeah, said Jack. And what was that stuff about ghosts? Ghosts? Said Teddy. He smiled. You didn't need to fear ghosts if you were with me. Jack looked. I'm not really afraid, he said. Not afraid, said the feeble voice. Jack, Annie, and Teddy whirled around. An old woman stood in the doorway of the cottage. She leaned forward. In a cracked voice, she said, Where is the girl who's been from war into serve? Where are the boys who play chess before bed? Where is the home who waits to be fed? The old woman stared at them with a fearful look in her eyes. Then she stepped back into her cottage and closed her door. A shiver went in Jack's spine. That was strange, she said. She must have been old Maggie who worked at the castle, said Annie. I wonder what she was talking about. I don't know, said Teddy. Then he grinned. But she was good at rhyming, eh? Jack nodded. Indeed, she was, he said softly. Let's hurry along, said Teddy. Night comes fast upon us. Leaving the cottage behind, the three hurried on in one gathering dark. They found the village and followed the path through the woods. Teddy hauled up his lantern to light their way. The wind blew on the branches of the trees, making them whisper into the chilly autumn night. When they finally came out of the woods, they were gasping in wonder. Oh man, said Jack. Towering before them was a moonlight were tall walls of huge stone castles.